Hi guys, this message is for my seniors. There are so many seniors who don't know how to use the computer, who don't know how to pay their rent online. They're getting money orders, they're writing checks, they're not keeping up with stuff. If you are getting money orders for your rent, please make sure that you keep a copy of that money order each month in a file. Where I live at, there are so many seniors in here who go and get money orders for their rent. And let me tell you what's happening now. A few of the seniors in this building have told me all of a sudden management is coming to them and said, you haven't been paying the proper amount of rent for the last 6 months. So you owe this per month for the last 6 months. Or you have an outstanding balance for this month or that month. But they close out your ledger every month. If you don't pay the appropriate amount of rent, they know when they put it in the computer. I know they know. Because when I tried to pay my neighbor's rent Monday, and she had given me a check for $800, the first thing the manager did was went and checked the computer. She said it's $26.10 short. So how is it, are these people coming back and saying they're telling them they owe for a balance for previous months? I went to bed a little early, and now it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm woke to insert this in this video. The rent check that I gave the apartment complex for my neighbor, they came back yesterday and told me that it bounced. Not only did she tell me it bounced, she gave me the new amount that I need to tell my neighbor who's in rehab that she needs to pay. Then she was trying to reach me by phone and I didn't have my phone on me, so she left a message. Now she's claiming that the lady's February check, for some reason, mysteriously, didn't clear last month. She gave me a copy of the ledger with the new amount that she told me I have to let the lady know what she needs to pay. But on that ledger, it says that zero out from last month. This is March. You mean to tell me now you're saying that check didn't clear for last month? It took a whole month to find that out, but on the ledger it says zero. Now on the ledger that she gave me, it's for a whole year. Somebody want to tell me if you have a lease, why has this lady rent amount changed 2 or 3 times in a year? It's so many late payments on this ledger. Looks like she's paying her rent on time. Then they're coming back with a late payment. But it shows that they zeroed it out on the 6th of the month and then came back on the 18th with a late fee. It's late fees all over the place for a year. And when these people are paying their rent by check, by money order, by cashier's check, they are being screwed where I live. And I can't get them to understand, especially if they're paying by check. Because if they take that check into the apartment complex and that apartment complex holds that check and makes their rent be late, they come back and say, it didn't clear on time. and you have no way of knowing. Now they're saying that this woman owes $1,700. This lady is in rehab, and they know she doesn't have anyone looking after her affairs. The one that they put out, 88, and they know she doesn't have anybody looking after her affairs. They originally told her that she needed to bring in $3,000 on Friday. She came in Friday, and the amount has gone up by over $1,000 some. How? How? You just told this woman on Monday what her balance was. And all of a sudden, magically, it's another $1,000 some on there. And it's not just apartment complexes. I received an email the other day telling me about debt that I owed. And I knew whatever the heck it was something that they couldn't come back to me on, because I got my credit shit together in 2021. And I know a hell of a lot about credit. So I called them. I verified. I normally don't verify. But when they asked me my birthday, I made sure to let them know when my birthday was and how old I was, because I wanted to see exactly what they were going to do. And they did exactly what I expected. He tells me that the debt was from 2016. And I said, okay, so when are the statute of limitations over? He says, oh, it's like 7 to 8 years. And I go, oh, okay. And I says, okay, so what do I need to do? He starts telling me I need to pay this. I said, well, first of all, I'm not paying anything. He says, excuse me? I said, I'm not paying anything. I said, because the statute of limitations of that debt is over. And I says, and you try to inflate the statute of limitations. I says, but I know for sure the statute of limitations for that debt, I lived in Texas. I said, so the statute of limitations for Texas is 4 years. They had an address of Georgia. I didn't live in Georgia until 21. The statute of limitations for Georgia is 4 to 6 years, depending on the debt. But on that particular debt, it was still 4 years. On the email, it's telling me that I can't be sued for the debt. I know I can't be sued for this debt. It's $100 and some. Why have you all contacted me? Well, ma'am, we wanted to see if you would pay this. I say, who's the stupid one here? You think I'm going to pay something that I know I don't have to pay? Man, please, get me off this phone. Don't contact me no more. Learn your credit laws. Now I want to ask you guys. People are opposing me saying, I'm finna leave America. I'm a senior. These two seniors, if one has gotten evicted, if they evict the other one, guess what's going to happen? They won't be able to get another place because the eviction is going to stay on there for 7 years. And I'm the crazy one for wanting to leave America to go to another country that don't have these credit laws, don't have this credit mess going on. They don't do the 3 to 4 times the rent payment and check your credit and all of that. And I'm the crazy one. I'm getting the hell out of America because of this type of foolishness right here. Now, back to the original video. They can't come back to me with no foolishness trying to tell me that I haven't been paying the appropriate amount of rent since I've been in here, because number one, I got both of my leases. Number two, I pay my rent online. Once I pay my rent online, I make a copy for my files and label it. So I got that, plus I got my bank statements that say it came directly out of my checking account. How? If you know what you're supposed to pay and that's what you were paying, and they come back and tell you you weren't paying the right amount of money, as if you were the one who wasn't paying correctly, and you have no way of proving it because you don't know where the money order receipt said. Come on, y'all. I need y'all to stop being so careless, because these apartment complexes, the one that I live in right now, people are moving out of here left and right, and they are trying to get money out of whoever they can. They tried to mess with me last month and thought that they were going to get $170 out of me. They actually was trying to get more than that, but I cut them off and I sent my lease over to Legal Shield, and they came back and said, no, that's not in your lease. They can't charge you for that. And they left me alone. There are at least 4 or 5 people in here that I know they tried that same stuff with, and they paid them. Seniors, I need you all to get smart. Stop paying your rent by money order. If you can pay your rent online and have that proof because it's coming directly out of your checking account, please do that. I need seniors to learn how to use the computer. Hey, things are not going backwards. The computers are not going anywhere. You're going to have to learn technology. You're going to have to embrace it. Not only to pay your bills, but there is AI. Learn how to use chat. Learn how to ask it questions. I'm 65. And I know how to do everything online. And it's not by chance. It's because I understand that if I don't embrace technology, the things that are happening here now could be happening to me too. They know who to try. They've tried some things with me, and they've left me the hell alone because I don't play these foolish games. Be blessed, guys.